the wedding surprise. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 sat at her desk in Lekki, scrolling through emails when she saw it. An envelope, elegant and thick, with golden letters. You are cordially invited to witness the union of 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼 and 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼 Osayande. Her heart skipped a beat. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼. She remembered the laughter, the stolen kisses, the nights under the Benin stars. She closed her eyes, trying to steady her breath. Why would he invite me? She whispered to herself. Curiosity battled hesitation. Part of her wanted to ignore it, but another part, a stubborn part, needed to see. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 sank into her chair, thinking back to their university days. She remembered the night they had walked along the old palace walls in Benin City, sharing dreams under the stars. He'll always be mine, she had thought once. But life had other plans. Family pressure, career moves, and pride had driven them apart. Maybe this is my chance for closure, she muttered. She pulled out her green lace dress, carefully folding it. Tonight, she would face the past. The cab wound through Victoria Island. The wedding hall shimmered in the fading Lagos sunlight, fairy lights already glowing. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 stepped out, her heels clicking against the marble floor. Guests laughed and posed for photos. She paused at the entrance, catching sight of him. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼, in a navy suit, adjusting his cufflinks. Calm, handsome, radiating a confidence that once drew her in completely. Her stomach twisted. She hadn't prepared for the sight of him standing there, ready to marry another. Inside, 𝐸𝐿𝐿 found a seat near the back. She noticed familiar faces, friends, old colleagues, but her eyes kept returning to him. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼's eyes met hers briefly. A flicker of recognition, a flash of memory, but he smiled politely and turned back to 𝐕𝐝𝐿𝐼. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 whispered to herself, he belongs to her now, not me. Her chest tightened. Memories of their stolen kisses, late-night talks, and laughter pressed heavily on her heart. The officiant's voice carried through the hall. Do you, 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼, take 𝐕𝐝𝐿𝐼 to be your lawfully wedded wife? 𝐸𝐿𝐿 felt her throat tighten. She listened as 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼's voice rang clear and strong, vows spoken with sincerity. Each word was a gentle sting. He was professing his love for another woman, yet the love she had once shared remained vivid in her memory. She closed her eyes, letting herself feel the heartbreak, acknowledging that their chapter had truly ended. Later, 𝐸𝐿𝐿 slipped outside to the terrace, seeking air and clarity. The Lagos breeze brushed her face. I didn't expect to see you out here, 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼 said softly, stepping up beside her with 2 glasses of water. I needed to see everything, she admitted. He nodded. We had something beautiful, 𝐸𝐿𝐿. But some things are meant to stay in the past. I've found my path with 𝐕𝐝𝐿𝐼. I hope you'll find yours too. 𝐸𝐿𝐿's eyes filled with tears, but she smiled faintly. I will, she whispered. As they spoke, memories returned. Late nights by the Ovia River, kola nut rituals at her family home, Benin bronze pendants he had given her. We've changed, she thought, heart heavy yet enlightened. And that's okay. Even amidst the pain, she felt gratitude for the love, the lessons, and the courage to witness his happiness without bitterness. Back inside, the reception hummed with music, dancing, and laughter. Couples swayed to highlife and Afrobeat. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐿𝐼 led 𝐕𝐝𝐿𝐼 across the floor, every movement intimate, perfect. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 watched from the edge, her heart aching. Yet admiration grew alongside the pain. They were perfect together in ways she could no longer claim. She realized love wasn't possession. It was experience, growth, and connection, even if temporary. The hall dimmed slightly as the DJ announced the first dance. 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 and oboe stepped to the center of the dance floor, moving gracefully to a soft, high-life melody. Every step, every glance between them was full of intention and warmth. 𝐸𝐾𝐨 watched from the back, clutching her clutch tightly. Her breath caught as she remembered dancing with 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 years ago, laughing under the Lagos rain, swaying to soft music in their small apartment, whispering secrets in the dark. "He's happy," she whispered to herself. "And I have to accept that." From the terrace, 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿's eyes briefly met hers. There was recognition, a flicker of something unspoken, but he returned to oboe, letting the moment remain sacred and untouchable. While 𝐸𝐾𝐨 wrestled with her emotions, 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 found a quiet corner to gather his thoughts. He thought about the invitation he had sent, why he had done it. Not to wound her, not to flaunt his happiness, but to offer closure. "She deserves to see that I've moved on. And I need her to know I still care, in my own way," he thought. He remembered their time in Benin city, kola nut ceremonies with her family, walks along the palace walls, and late-night debates over life and ambition. Those moments had shaped him, and though he had loved oboe differently, 𝐸𝐾𝐨 would always hold a place in his memory. Guests began to notice the subtle tension. Some whispered, "Is that 𝐸𝐾𝐨?" Others remarked on how poised she looked, even amidst evident emotion. Friends of 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿, unaware of the history, complimented her elegance. "Who knew 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 had a past this glamorous?" one whispered. 𝐸𝐾𝐨 smiled politely, masking the storm inside her. She realized the night wasn't just about the couple. It was about closure, reconciliation with the past, and stepping into her own story. The DJ paused the music for one last toast. 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 stood, champagne in hand, addressing the crowd. "To love," he said, voice steady, resonant. "To those who have walked beside us, shaped us, and inspired us. And to those who will continue to journey with us from this day forward." 𝐸𝐾𝐨 lifted her glass subtly, acknowledging the truth in his words. She knew he was speaking from the heart, honoring both the past and the present. Her chest ached, yet a quiet strength began to settle within her. The night had reached its crescendo. Couples danced, laughter echoed through the hall, and the soft shimmer of fairy lights reflected off polished marble floors. 𝐸𝐾𝐨 decided it was time to leave. Outside, the Lagos night welcomed her. The breeze from the lagoon was cool, carrying the distant sounds of music, street vendors, and city life. She inhaled deeply, feeling a strange mixture of sorrow and relief. She had witnessed the man she had loved, acknowledged the life he had chosen, and allowed herself to feel the finality of their story. As the cab moved through Victoria Island, she whispered to herself, "Goodbye, 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿. May life be kind to you and to me." 𝐸𝐾𝐨 realized that love was never a possession. It was experience, growth, and connection. Even if fleeting, it shaped who she was. Tonight, she had faced heartbreak, seen joy for the one she loved, and survived. She was ready to step into the future, stronger, wiser, and open to what Lagos and life had to offer. After the final dance, 𝐸𝐾𝐨 found a quiet corner near the terrace. The music and laughter from the hall felt distant here, softened by the warm night breeze. She watched 𝐕𝐤𝐝𝐿 and oboe laughing, completely absorbed in each other. A server approached with a tray of drinks. 𝐸𝐾𝐨 accepted a sparkling water, thinking of how far she had come. how much she had grown since their university days in Benin City. She remembered kola nut rituals, bronze pendants, and nights under the stars. Those memories were bittersweet, but they were hers, and they were beautiful. 𝐕𝐤𝐝 appeared beside her. "You okay?" he asked softly. His voice carried familiarity and care, yet it was different, gentler, distant, and grounded in reality. I am," 𝐸𝐾𝐨 replied, her voice steadier than she felt. "Seeing you happy. It's strange, but I think I'm ready to let go." He nodded, a small, proud smile forming. "That's all I ever wanted for you, to be at peace." 𝐸𝐾𝐨 stepped outside the hall, the city stretching before her in a ribbon of lights. Victoria Island glimmered, the lagoon reflecting neon signs and the occasional boat gliding past. She breathed in deeply, feeling a mix of sorrow and relief. 𝐕𝐤𝐝 and 𝐕𝐢𝐝 appeared on the terrace one last time, waving at her. She waved back, a faint smile crossing her lips. It was a gesture of farewell, acknowledgement, and acceptance. She thought of Lagos, the chaotic streets, the warm air, the smell of fried akara and peppered fish, and realized the city mirrored her own life, unpredictable, vibrant, and full of opportunity. Tonight, she had witnessed love, heartbreak, and closure. Tomorrow, she would embrace life fully again. The cab carried her through Lagos, music from street vendors and passing cars blending into the hum of the city. She glanced once more at the wedding hall, now glowing softly in the distance, filled with laughter and celebration. 𝐸𝐾𝐨 whispered to herself, "Goodbye, 𝐕𝐤𝐝. May life be kind to you, and to me." Tears pricked her eyes, but they were gentle, not sharp. She understood that love was never a possession. It was experience, growth, and connection. Even if fleeting, it shaped her, strengthened her, and prepared her for the future. As the cab merged into the city night, she felt hope stir within her. The pain had passed, leaving lessons, gratitude, and resilience. Lagos stretched endlessly before her, alive and welcoming. She was ready. Tonight, 𝐸𝐾𝐨 had survived heartbreak, witnessed the joy of the one she once loved, and reclaimed her story. Life would move forward, and so would she, stronger, wiser, and open to new beginnings. The city lights shimmered on the lagoon as she smiled softly, feeling a quiet certainty. Her heart would heal, her future awaited, and the memories of love lost were now treasures guiding her onward. The end.